think we'll need some more chairs. Okay, so,
Usual crowd.
please rise for the pledge of allegiance.
Switch sides.
Oh, it's over there? Oh, there it is. Okay. I
I
pledge
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, so, moving on here, we have some public minutes that you were emailed, and I believe we were all present. And I'd like to get a motion on approving these minutes.
You doing the public first?
Yeah, the public first, yes.
Motion to approve the meeting minutes dated April 13, 2021.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so it's all signed up here for you, Lil, so I'll leave you my packet. Okay, now we have some non-public minutes, and we were all present for that. And, let me see, why don't you take a look at that?
I'm just refreshing myself. I
Yeah.
forget which.
Yeah,
The
what were we talking
conversation.
about? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're talking, yeah. Okay, just to refresh your memory. Okay, so I need a motion to approve the non-public minutes.
I'll motion to approve the non-public minutes of April 13th as presented.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so Lil, why don't I give you these right now, since they're non-public, and you can put them in the envelope probably. Okay, so that's all out of the way. All right, chief, it's up to you now, your turn to give us your report for the month.
Okay. Not too much stuff, we'll go right through it. So, we have our new hybrid cruiser is operational, it's all set up, it's been being used at the shifts. The guys are getting used to it doesn't make a lot of noise, so it's kind of a challenge.
Oh, it's
Oh, yeah,
cell
definitely.
phone.
Yeah. In a few months, we're gonna let a few months go by, and I'm gonna come back and kind of see what the actual effectiveness is of the mileage. So right now, it'd be kind of hard to say.
Does it have, I mean, can it accelerate okay?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. It's
Oh,
actually,
no
it
problem
actually
with
is
that.
supposed to be faster than the regular gas powered car.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Just, you can't hear anything?
it just makes no noise when you turn it on.
Yeah, I know.
So that's all set. We've talked a little bit earlier in the year about motorcycle training. The classes are not until September, October. So we're still lining up one of the younger officers to go to that school, but it's not until the fall.
So the motorcycle won't be used much this year?
Who do we have left that's
Officer
certified?
Capos and I'm still trained, but we'll let Capos use the thing.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah, but we'll get towards September, October, we will send one of the younger officers to the school.
Yeah. Unless you don't have interest anymore.
They do, there's two guys that both want to actually go. The radar trailer is up and being used. We've had it on Winters Way, on Anderson Way, on Wilson's Crossing. And we've actually assigned 2 officers to kind of be in charge of that now when people call in complaints, and we can kind of direct them to them. And they just keep moving the thing around. Yep, it's been actually working very well. We've been in contact with the police academy. There's a change in the training protocols this year. There's 2 hours of ethics training, de-escalation training, and implicit bias training required for every police officer in the state of New Hampshire, starting this year. So we're looking at a couple different options. We haven't really decided what option we're kind of going with, but I'm just kind of keeping you guys again in the informational loop. The police academy has classes you can send officers to there. You can send them up there, they physically go there, go to the class. They're supposedly gonna have it online where you can watch like the fire academy does. They do actually a pretty good job in the training. You can log on while you're on duty and watch the training and not have to go up to the building. And the third option is, which we're kind of leaning towards, is a subscription service that's been accepted by the police academy called Police One. And they offer 1,500 different classes, same thing, online. So you can do it on duty, and they don't have to have the officer go to the school. On their off days, they can just do it on duty time. But there's a cost for that, and it was like $1,300 or something. So we're looking at
Per
total.
employee?
No,
Oh.
total.
Oh, okay.
So we're looking at those different options. So we're gonna see.
What's the class?
It's called Police One is the service.
No, the class.
There's 3 different topics. One is ethics, one is de-escalation, and one is implicit bias. And that's all required by statute now.
Because Primex used to have an ethics
Yeah, you can get,
program, was excellent.
right, we can get
It's
somebody to
taught
come
by-
down and
yeah.
do the classes, but again, now you're gonna pay everybody to be here, you
Yeah,
know, so
yeah.
we're trying to find a,
Yeah, that's true, I didn't think of that.
an
Yeah.
easier solution. But we'll,
Yeah.
we'll come up with one. In the cell blocks, we had a little issue this month with the fixtures in there. Somebody, one of the prisoners, we think, flushed something down, it caused a backup, we had to have somebody come and clean it out. It cost $900, so it wasn't that great a deal.
We know which prisoner.
Yeah, we do. Well, again, you have to see it. We see the toilet being flushed and then it's jammed. So we're looking now, maybe some of those need to be replaced. We have a switch that we had installed that shuts the water off so they can't flush the toilets. It's not working because all the hard water caused corrosion in there and now it's not working. So that's gonna be something, again, you're gonna be seeing coming up. We're getting quotes for the repairs. And I don't think it's necessarily all that cheap. I'm gonna talk to the selectmen about it, because they do have a building repair fund.
I
And
was
maybe
gonna
we-
say they
yeah.
have a separate
Yeah.
line fund, so.
Yeah, and maybe we can get some of
Kind of
that.
structural, really, when you think of it.
Yeah, and it's just, a lot of it's from the hard water in there. You can see the pipes are kind of corroded behind it. We had the guy come and look at the maintenance panels and everything, and they're all, you know, covered with the green stuff and all that stuff, so. So it's been 20 years, I guess, so
Yep.
we got pretty good use of it.
20 years?
Yep, since we've been in this building. Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
What else? Oh, new building, I went to the selectmen's meeting last night. The new storage building was approved, it's gonna be right behind here, so right behind the fire side. And that should be being built starting in June. So that's, they're gonna build a 20 by 60 building, and we are gonna get a third of that for storage. We're hoping
That's a communal building.
it's Parks and Rec, some for the fire department,
Fire
some for the
and
police department.
All right,
So-
we'll have enough room for our records.
Records are all set,
No,
we're gonna try to
records-
move all that stuff that's still left in that storage pod, we're
Oh,
hoping
oh.
to be able to get rid of that, we'll
Okay.
see what the storage looks like when we're done.
Yeah.
But we'll also be able to put a car in there if we seize one for like a search warrant and stuff, that was the big driver for it. So
Right.
now we could store it
Well,
somewhere.
you'd have to put it in
But
the
it's not
Sally port.
intended for our cars to park in.
No, no. Also, the project for the insulation for the bill above the police department was approved last night as well at the selectmen's meeting. And that was like $13,000 for the insulation up there, but that's been a long time coming too. And that might actually help the heater and
And
the air
that's out of the
conditioner.
building, the
Yeah.
building improvements.
Improvements fund, but that's a big one, because I think it'll help us with our cost of that heater and the air
Sure,
conditioner.
yeah.
Where, we won't work as hard, it keeps breaking every year because it works so hard, so I think that'll actually help the building pretty good. That's about it for me, and,
Do you have any questions for Ray? You?
No.
Okay, Chip, you're up.
Okay.
We missed you last month.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, while you were getting a tan in Aruba.
It was very nice.
We were very jealous about that.
Let's see. For the month of that we're covering, it was nine arrests. DWIs are picking up. You can tell COVID's at the end of the
Yeah.
at the end of the
Wow.
stream, because people out there driving around, they're having a few beverages, and we're catching them. Not catching all of them, I'm sure, but a couple of our officers are road dogs out there, and they're looking for them. We've had 239 car stops for the month, and we took 22 reports, some of which required investigation. It was what was classified as an attempted burglary. Somebody had a smashed window. That one's still being investigated. Detective Capos is doing a good job on that. He's had some other things come up, and he's.
Is that the one burglary we have there? Or is that?
Yeah, well, it was, I don't know what the other burglary was. Sometimes things get classified, and you can't change the classification,
yeah.
so we just had that attempt. There were a bunch of thefts from the rowing boats, what do you call them, sculls, down at the boat launch.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, bunch of material out of there, $700 worth or so. It's all sorts of thefts. People are out and about, so there's thievery afoot. So guys are out there beating bushes, looking for those people doing that. Parks and trails are crowded, so summer's gonna be busy for us, because it's gonna be the summer without COVID, it looks like.
Busier than last year, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, people are out there,
I
and,
see it at the lake. It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
you see it in Manchester, I mean, it's just, you go down there at night and it's just crowded again, which is good for businesses. But that's about it, nothing too crazy. We get some, like I said, investigations that we're working on, and one of them you'll see something in the paper fairly soon. But that's that.
Catalytic converters,
That and some other,
Yeah.
investigations, but, yeah,
We'll wait till we read about it.
yeah, wait till you read about it,
Alright.
because we just have to tie up some loose ends, but it'll,
how about vandalism or breaking into cars on Tower Hill, or people that are parking their cars at the trailhead?
that happens constantly, during the wintertime, during the summertime.
All the time.
It happens all the time. If
Yep.
people would remember to either, A, don't take their valuables with them, or just hide them really good, that would do a lot, but,
Yep. All right,
just,
any questions for Chip?
No.
All right, thank you, Chip.
Thanks.
So, I don't see Steve from the Neighborhood Watch, but,
I'll give an update. I actually talked to Steve.
Yeah, good.
He had to work late.
Sure.
And the other leader's gonna be here, so,
Mhm.
everything's going well. We're getting a lot of reports through the Neighborhood Watch that we forward on to the police.
Mhm.
We're seeing an increase of people getting involved, which is great. I think that's a huge part of it. They decided to go to a quarterly newsletter instead of a monthly, just because of the amount of information. There's not really enough in a month.
there's not enough information to make it lively.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep, so, and they are just finishing up, they put a contest through the school to help build a new logo for the Neighborhood Watch Group that got good involvement from the school, so they're trying to build those community bridges, so all is well.
Okay,
That was a good.
any
idea.
questions for the Neighborhood Watch?
Any questions for Pat?
Okay.
Thanks, Pat.
All right, so I'd like to get the young man on his way, so why don't
Do
we,
we do old business?
well, we're gonna skip it for now, just for
Oh,
one
okay,
second.
so
We're gonna
you're
do him
moving-
first, so he doesn't have to stay here and,
I don't
you know,
mind.
He's probably gonna walk next door. Vision.
do this one now.
for the high beverage.
All right, I'll do that one.
Thank you.
Man, you're letting this chairman thing go right to your
Yeah.
Hey, what can I tell you?
Okay, based on recommendation of the chief and the lieutenant, I motion that we hire Matthew Barcelone, correct? For the part-time patrol officer opening, his starting pay will be grade 4, step 7. Grade 4, step 7, and upon successful completion of the New Hampshire Police Academy for part-timers, he will go up to grade 6, step 7.
Okay, do we know the monetary amount?
You want the funds? I don't know, we usually don't say.
No, we don't have to.
I, no,
Okay.
no, we can, I don't mind.
Yeah,
We don't.
we
We
don't.
don't normally is all, because
Okay.
it's kind of,
All right,
probably doesn't want everyone to know how much money he's making.
yeah,
Especially his wife.
yeah. Okay, so, you made a motion on that?
I made a motion.
Okay.
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome
Thank you
aboard,
very much.
thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
Thank you very much.
You're gonna do just fine.
There you
And
go.
that goes back
That's
to
it.
that, Michael.
So you're free to leave whenever you want, or you can hang out.
Stay till
I'll
the
hang
end.
I'll hang till the end.
Okay, I just did it in
That
case
was
you
the
want.
right answer.
I think you wanted to go home
Pass
to
the
wife or
first-
something, you know?
That's the first step.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so old business, let's go back to the old business.
I have none, I just
I don't
happened
have
to see
anything.
it on there.
Yeah, no, I'm good with
Maybe
that,
you'd
okay.
wanna-
So, okay, nominate commissioner for the, union negotiation. So, I'll start with my comment on that, so, I was on that commission, I represented a police, commission in the very beginning stages with the union, like 10 years ago, 1-year terms, so we had a 1-year contract, and Dennis has done it more times than me. Now we're at a 3-year contract, and it's coming up for renewal, and, I'd like to probably make a motion to nominate Patrick there, being the new guy on the book. You got a lot of experience in health and, in human services, and is that something you might be interested in?
Yeah, I'd love to.
The basic contract is there, there's gonna be.
Now,
It's
now they love to do it.
Not anymore, yeah, now it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that the
Oh, wait till-
foundation.
Remember the old days?
Wait until I'm done
No,
though, wait till I'm done.
Hey, we started from ground zero with nothing, and then, and then 1 year, and then, geez, you just got done, and all of a sudden you had to start thinking about the next year. It came up quick, so.
This-
No, that works.
The CBA is really tight too, because I read it and it looks really good, so.
Okay, that's something, so, all right, so I'll make a motion to nominate Patrick Bergeron as the police commission representative for the union negotiations.
I'll second it for discussion.
Okay, and let's open it up for discussion.
I think it's important to I guess the question is, who's gonna be negotiating with you? So I guess it's the chief.
Yeah.
So most likely then our negotiating team is gonna be you, Pat, and Bill will sit in like
Bill
he's done in the past.
and one selectman.
And one selectman.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, Bill
He-
doesn't sit in as much as he attends, I
No,
think.
I think it
Yeah.
depends, and then the town's attorney as well. will
Yeah, and-
advise.
And we're still keeping
Kathy
Catherine Peel,
Yes,
You don't-
I don't know,
that's
I'm
excellent.
assuming that's what.
excellent, yeah,
Great for
knowing
that.
better. I've been doing it,
Yeah.
not just here, but other
Yeah.
places, and I've never met as good a
Yeah.
negotiator as she is for both sides. She's
Yeah.
one of the fairest, and
Yeah,
most
yes, she is.
reasonable people,
Yeah.
so you take, when you're sitting there, take your lead from Kathy.
Yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
And understand that your negotiating contract for us,
Yep.
you have to sell it to us when you're
Correct.
done.
Yeah,
We have to see that it's fair to both sides, that for every give there's a get, for every get there's a give. And I don't, normally I have a number of issues, I don't have any this year.
well, you negotiated the last contract, and you were.
Yeah, but I always had some, and the
Mhm.
last one was a good contract, but the bigger thing is, I think that what the chief and the lieutenant have done is, really coerce the department where everyone's moving in the same direction, so
Sure.
I'm not sure if there's a lot of big issues that are hanging out there.
I don't think so.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah, I did too, so it's obviously a good time for Pat to
Yeah,
step
and
in.
you guys
Because I
have a lot
can't
of
think of
energy,
anything to
you
tell
know?
you we need to do, because I think that, we addressed we addressed some in the contract, and the chief and the lieutenant have addressed all the others, so we'll be looking for you
Yeah,
to let us know what you think we need within the contract or don't need, and what makes sense for what they may be asking and not asking.
okay.
Their negotiator is gonna be tough, so, if you know him, and you will meet him.
Okay.
Didn't work last, we didn't
No,
have him
no,
last
no,
time.
no.
But we,
We had him the very first time, anyway.
oh yeah.
Yeah, so, do you have any other comments?
No, that's it.
Can we
So,
take the vote now?
You certainly may.
Okay, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, congratulations. Okay,
Fun. Hope you got a
All right.
lot of time.
employee evaluation,
Yeah,
we got two.
We have two here.
Yes,
Okay, and I will, the first one is for Anita Lombardo,
mhm,
who is requesting to voluntarily step down from her position as a master patrolman and to go back to patrolman, which the chief and the lieutenant are recommending. So I will motion that she move from a labor grade 11, step 9, which is a master patrolman with the experience that she had, to a labor grade 8, step 14.
okay. I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye. The next I have is for Carl Hansen, who is currently a patrolman and is, again, based on the recommendations of the chief and the lieutenant, will be moving from his patrolman position to the master patrolman position, vacated by Anita Lombardo, and it will be awarded the pay increase that goes with it based again on his experience. So he will be moving from a labor grade 8, step 12 to a labor grade 11, step 7.
And I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Is the police
Did that do
commission
what you
supposed to
think?
sign these new ones, Lou? No? Okay. So you got these two all approved?
Yeah.
And we got the new gentleman all set?
You know what we did miss, and we don't need to do much, it was just a quick look at
Money.
the
Oh, yeah.
budget.
Yeah, sure.
And the budget looks fine.
39% at
Yeah, I
the
just
end of
didn't
April.
wanna miss it.
Yeah?
Right,
But we're right where we wanna be.
right, the only thing, that's actually lower than that, cause, where we have a
You
negative.
still have that negative, yeah.
Which the town has actually received money now from the state for that,
Yeah.
and then they have told us now it'll be every 30 days,
Yeah.
so that'll be reimbursed fully, probably within 2 to 3 months.
Okay,
Um,
and you're referring to the negative 61,000?
Yeah, and
That's in the
and
The
where did
OHRV.
you had a lot of people work at the, vaccine?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay, that's what that.
That's what that is. So it's
Yeah.
getting reimbursed on a 30-day cycle, and like I said, we'll be done working at the end of May,
Cause
so
the,
it'll catch up in a couple
yeah, I
months.
saw, actually saw Anita working there one time, I went, and I forget who else was there the other time, it was.
Probably Calvin.
Oh, I saw Calvin, Gary Bartis there. Yeah.
It was like old home day.
Yeah.
Because there were also a ton of firefighters I still do
Oh,
remember.
Carl Hansen too.
I went to
saw
the,
Carl.
one at Stew, and,
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Perfect.
yeah, and they did a great job up there, other than the day it was snowing like crazy. That's when I saw poor Anita, and everyone was freezing
Yeah.
cold, and the laptops weren't working right, and it took a long time, but they did a great job, and they got a lot of people vaccinated there. Is that still going on, or is Stew?
That's still
That's
going
gotta
on
be one of
until,
the few
un-
outside ones
yep,
left.
until the end of May, then it,
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine, yeah.
Good.
Good. So,
All right.
and thank those people that did that, that
Yes,
was,
did a great-
Oh, yeah, they do a
I
good
do know
job.
they got paid, we had a discussion where I worked, but they really weren't volunteers.
They were voluntold.
They're volatile,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
Anything else? Anybody got any questions for the commission before I make a motion to adjourn? Okay, with that said, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:30 PM.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
aye.
All righty.
Thank you.